Good day, I'm Carrie-Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for Thursday, October 17. Days after the Inter-American Development Bank signaled its confidence in Jamaica's economic program with a $60 million loan, yet another international body is following suit. This time it's the European Union which has pledged 2 new tranches of budgetary support amounting to 1.3 billion Jamaican dollars. This is in addition to the 7 million euros already paid in September. The EU's Commissioner for Development made the announcement to Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips during a meeting in Washington on the weekend. The Commissioner congratulated Dr. Phillips for the achievements reached so far by his government and encouraged him to continue the efforts in the near future. The 2 disbursements are meant to improve the standard of living and well-being of Jamaicans living in sugar-dependent areas through the Jamaican Strategy for the Adaptation of the Sugar Industry 2006 to 2020. The Tourism and Entertainment Ministry has introduced new short-term measures to regulate personal watercrafts, PWC, and jet ski operations. The new regulations are meant to reduce the number of accidents in Jamaica's marine recreational areas, lower the environmental impact of PWCs, and clamp down on the levels of solicitation, harassment, and drug peddling by illegal PWC jet ski operators.
The ministry recognizes that there is on one side a public outcry that has been advocating for a ban on the importation of jet skis, while on the other side, there's a reality that people's economic livelihood as legitimate commercial jet ski operators has to be protected. We have therefore to look at the balance.
The new regulations include a 6-month suspension on the importation of all jet skis for commercial purposes. Safety guidelines will also be strengthened and enforced. That involves establishing 3 zones for water activities, which should ensure that PWC jet ski activities are conducted beyond the swimming area and away from ships and piers. In addition, jet ski operators will have to launch from designated locations, commercial operators are to be licensed, and children under 18 will not be allowed to operate commercial vessels without an accompanying adult. The Marine Police and JCF Coast Guard will also be clamping down on illegal commercial operators with the support of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions has launched its disclosure protocol, which will serve to enhance transparency and accountability in the nation's justice system. Justice Minister Senator Mark Golding says the protocol will act as a manual governing disclosure by the prosecution in criminal cases.
Disclosure is essential to achieving a fair adjudication process as it promotes fairness and impartiality. This publication will add value to the criminal justice system by codifying in a single public document the principles which have emerged over years of common law jurisprudence.
The protocol was developed through the Justice Undertakings for Social Transformation JUST program, a joint project of the governments of Jamaica and Canada. Senior government officials were among the many friends, family and colleagues who came out Thursday morning to celebrate the life of the late Portmore Mayor George Lee. The official funeral for Mayor Lee was held at the Power of Faith Ministries in the Portmore Town Centre. Prior to the 11 a.m. start, approximately 500 school children lined sections of George Lee Boulevard and Dawkins Drive as the procession made its way to the church. Inside, he was remembered for his years of service to the Sunshine City and Jamaica in general. George Lee was serving his 2nd stint as mayor of Portmore when he died on September 29 in Florida after a period of illness. He was 74 years old. And finally, the late former Deputy Prime Minister Seymour Mullings has been accorded an official funeral. The service will be held at the St. Matthew's Anglican Church in Claremont, St. Anne on Thursday, October 24. It begins at 11 in the morning. In the meantime, condolence books have been opened at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and at the PNP headquarters. The body of Mr. Mullings will be available for viewing at the PNP headquarters on Wednesday, October 23, and again for about an hour before the start of his funeral on October 24. A vigil is also planned for Wednesday night at the PNP headquarters. On Tuesday of this week, the House of Representatives paid tribute to the former parliamentarian who spent nearly 3 decades as the MP for South East St. Anne.
He was a family man and a friend, a people person and a patriot.
He is a role model for politicians. He is the epitome of civility, and the House is better off for having him. He is a true son of Jamaica, of which we are all proud.
Seymour Mullings died on October 9 at age 82. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Carrie-Ann Smith. Thanks for watching.